A BER assessor should make sure they have all the correct guidance documentation required to complete a building energy rating. This documentation includes, for example, IS-BEM user guide or other approved software manual, NEEP technical bulletins, NEEP survey guide, NEEP survey form. For all data gathered, supporting documentary evidence, including drawings, is required for the assessor's records to substantiate any entries in the NEEP software. The assessor should include within the file as much relevant data, photographs and supporting evidence as possible. Measurements used in the NEEP assessment should correspond with the actual dimensions taken on site. The assessor should reference the photograph applicable to each zone on the survey form. The assessor must ensure all photos submitted are clear and in focus. The sketches or drawings kept on file by the assessor should indicate the key parameters for each zone, such as construction properties, dimensions, activities, orientations, openings, door and glazing types, zone heating ventilation, activity and HVAC properties of adjoining spaces in the building, and cooling provisions. Any extensions or alterations to the building should also be identified. The assessor should keep on file photographs and specifications of all plant room information in relation to space and water heating, controls, cooling and ventilation. In particular, all plant items' nameplate details must be recorded where accessible and a photo must be kept on file. NEEP assumes that the fixed installed building services equipment is operational and takes no account of whether it is working or not. Where a system is missing and therefore not installed, the system should be based on the HVAC system default in line with the NEEP survey guide. As a general rule, the default values in NEEP are conservative and must be used unless non-default values can be supported through accessible documentary evidence or evidence recorded on site. Assessors are expected to make reasonable efforts to confirm that any default values used are selected correctly and only when non-defaults are unavailable. The following diagram from the NEEP survey guide illustrates the order of priority for each data item in a BER assessment. The actual data observed on site takes precedence. Where the data item is not observable, it should be detailed using documentary evidence. Documentary evidence must be retained with the assessment records. Where the data item is not observable on site or via documentary evidence, then a default is used. For more information on survey approach and equipment, view NEEP survey guide and technical bulletins available on SEAI's website.